Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A first carry for Najee Harris. He'll get this up to about the 44. You look at this Carolina defense.
They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Finding room at midfield.
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And they run with Harris off the option.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And the Steelers first down.
First down, and they go back to Harris. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Let's go. Steal. Check steal.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing, Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Five, 97.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this time at the 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action. Young. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Wide open receiver complete. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Young to throw it. And this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Black Ultra.
Now Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Still fighting. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Cameron Jordan able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback 3rd and 1, you really got to run the troops here.
Yeah, you're doing a big play, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Shot. 17. Hut, hut.
2nd down, Young. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Young on 3rd down. That is caught. That'll be touchdown before he does pick up the first. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Alec Pierce, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Rolling to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Look at this tight end on the corner. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, a design run for their wideout. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd down and 8.
Ready.
The play fake. Now Young. Escaping the pressure right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here we go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Blaster, stay.
Young working out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
This is Smith with the ground. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And this one is right down the middle. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
They're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
Velus Jones now from his end zone.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead.
Touchdown, Carolina! A big play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game. There he goes, right side. And he'll go down at the 28. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Again, it's Harris, and he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Steelers get a bit closer. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Young looks to throw on first down. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he's going to be out of bounds before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To the air once more, Young. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Third down, Young from the gun. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Now here's Young. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out of the gun, it's Young.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead now 11, 24-13.
So 3 points and a response there to that opening touchdown in his 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. Again, he'll drop to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth.
26 yards.
And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 141 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better really as the night's gone on. Young off the play fake. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Hey, check Mega. Ready.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On play action, Young. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch, and it's a pretty good one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Young. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 43 yards. And the Panthers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, one of the linemen on the outside has got it. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Panthers 31, Steelers 26.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Ultra.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Young.
Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
He's got Pickens complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with it. And this ball is right on the money and leads to a big play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
12 yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football, though, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going after passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
This ball intercepted. And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the